channel. Before I tell you what I'm doing today, make sure you subscribe. It's this way or this way. Subscribe and like this video. Today I'm doing an instructional / tutorial / like time lapse of my YouTube series paintings. When I say YouTube series, it really just means that they're smaller. It's easier for me to get through them quicker so that I can show you guys my work. So if you saw previously that I did Cocoa Peach and a Honeybee, those are a part of my YouTube series as well. So anyways, I'm going to take you through my painting process. I already kind of prepped my space and did my outline because that's the boring stuff. So I will show you how I prepped my area. I am by no means a messy painter, but I do have kids who watch me and want to learn from me. So I do say to prep your area, get your parents' help if you need it. Make sure that every surface is covered so you don't mess up their furniture or wherever you're painting. You don't want to stain the floor. You don't want to do anything that will make them come back and beat me up. No, I'm kidding. Just take care of their space, okay? So if you see right here, I used actually cling wrap because it's the easiest thing to like cover, and it you know, it actually clings to like all the surfaces. So I used cling wrap, I put it on the table, I put it on the floor, and I covered the chair. So make sure that that is what you're doing every single time that you paint. For the adults watching, do you, boo-boo. Seriously, do what you do, but this is for the kids. I did this specifically because I need to set a good example of how to prep your space. So for this painting, I am actually using acrylics. I know I told you guys my medium of choice is oil paint, which it definitely is, but for my YouTube series of these smaller paintings, and you can see it's fairly small. Sorry, that's just primer. Anyway. It's fairly small, smaller than what I usually work, but I like to finish these in the same day. So I start to finish, I work through this. So the only way that I can do that is with acrylic, and it's the best way for me to learn the medium. So I actually have used these to practice my technique with acrylic, but also be able to give you paintings quicker. So let's get started. See my painting? Mm-hmm. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Say hi, everybody. A solecito. No? That was enough? Alright, so we're getting started. I am mixing up some, well, no, I already have my outline done. So since I have the outline done, this is what it looks like, and I basically, you guys have seen this process a few times now, and that's why I don't really bother to go through it again. But just as a recap, I outline all the different shapes basically that I see visually. So if a color changes, that becomes a shape in my head, and that's what I outline. So that's why my outlines look a little confusing in the beginning, but it's because I have blocked off each color as a different shape in my head. Now I'm going to be mixing up some blues because I like to kind of work out the eyes first, especially in this one. Usually I actually don't, but in these smaller ones I've started with the roses usually, and this time I'm starting with the eyes because this particular painting, her eyes are a little complex, and I want to be as fresh as possible to dive into figuring out where those darker blues and how to work out her eye shape. Moving on, I'm doing the skin tones. So I ran into a little bit of an issue with these acrylics, and a lot of you know I am learning acrylics, so I noticed that they're much more translucent than I like them to be, and at the same time, if I use them right out of the bottle, I was having issues with them being too thick and the brush drying too fast and it not moving around the way that I'm used to oils moving around. So you'll see as I work through these problems that I'm finding along the way, that I changed her skin tone a few times just because I was trying to get it as fluid and smooth as I would like. So there's really no right or wrongs, like in performing the, in performing, you don't want to perform in painting. There's no right or wrongs, but it's all a learning curve, and that's what I learned from this piece. Okay, so now I'm moving around to shaping her hair and her hat. Mainly because like I can't really see the full image right now, so I want to kind of get the shape of her hair and her hat in order, so that I can continue to make changes and alter this painting to look exactly like I want. So I'm moving into that. And then from there, I'm going to put in her red lip, just small details that I see that I think would make the painting look better. Again, like your reference is just your reference, but once you've been painting for so long, you will know how to make decisions based on what your painting is looking like. So that's basically what you'll see me doing here. A lot of this experience was packing in those colors because, again, I was finding that this particular brand of acrylic paint was a little tough for me to use, and at some point in this painting I ended up needing to switch, so which is fine too. Like I switched products and it went much better, much more smooth. So that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. Now that I pretty much have her set, I'm going to start working on these roses. The roses for the colors, a lot of people only want to use red, white, and black, but I have purple out, I have white, I have yellows, I have a lot of different like tints of blue. You have to really look deep into your reference so that you can pull out all the colors that you can. The roses aren't as realistic as I would like them to be, and I might even go back and play with them a little bit, but for now I was still pretty satisfied with how this painting came out. So I took a minute to finish up the roses, and then I decided, at first I wanted the background to be white, but off camera I decided it was actually a better idea for me to put in a gray background because it still looked unfinished. So the piece is finished, and here is the final of Violets Are Blue. So this is the completed piece of Violets Are Blue, and this is what we created today. So you can see the different blues, the tones of reds, and everything that you saw on camera. You can see it coming through here. It's actually one of my favorites now. I love it, and hopefully you guys like it too. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave me a comment about things you'd like to see. I have so many more videos for you guys that is just a day in the life of. And I'm into a lot of stuff. So I hope that you are excited as I am to see my next video, which is coming next, I believe. Next. Anywho, so make sure you follow me and subscribe and like and turn on the bell for notifications, okay guys? And I will see you next time. Bye.